But the last topic I want to talk about tonight is something Chris and I have been getting into the last couple weeks. Fascinating stuff, and it is called Hemi-Sync. Is that right? Hemi-Sync?
Hemi-Sync.
Hemi-Sync is what it's called. And basically, it's, how do you want to describe it? Or you want me to describe it?
I'll let you try this.
Yeah, you always let me try. Okay, basically this is what it is. You got your left hemisphere, you got your right of your brain, right? The left is like your logical side, and the right is kind of like where your subconscious resides. When you're hypnotized, it's the right side of your brain that they talk to once you're under. Okay, the left side of the brain communicates with your right side of the brain, and it logically tells the right side of the brain what to do. So a lot of times, the bad things that happen to us is because the left side of our brain is telling our right side how to behave. Basically, that's the gist of the situation. Hemi-Sync bypasses the left side of your brain. It shuts down that analytical, logical thinking, kind of like barriers, like you got the barriers up. It shuts that down, and it talks directly to the right side of your brain, like you're being it's kind of like hypnotism, really. And how they do that is they play frequencies, different frequencies in each ear. So your left ear gets a frequency, your right ear gets a different frequency, and you put your headphones on and it plays at the same time, and your brain will take the two different tones and it will hear like the in-between. They call it the beat. It will hear the beat, the difference between the two frequencies in your ears. So fascinating, guys.
And it makes your whole brain fire. And what they're doing is trying to get your pineal gland to activate. And when it activates, it lets you go into like a relax. Your body is asleep, but your mind is awake. Your subconscious is awake. And it's what is actually doing the work.
So it shuts down the left side. It doesn't really shut down. It fires your brain up, but I'm going to say it hushes the left side of your brain. So your left side is no longer telling your right side what to do. It's just the right side that's aware, and
it shuts down the conscious mind and opens
the subconscious, yes. And it does it with frequency and beats, different ones in each ear. Now, we've been watching that show on Gaia called Rewired, and I forget the doctor's name, but this is where we originally heard about it. He has been a brain doctor for 30-some years, and he was the one who is explaining the left hemisphere, the right, and how you can program your brain to literally get rid of your cancer without harming any other tissue around the tumor. With sound in your ears, you can dissolve cancer tumors. You can cure any health problem you have. Just like when you go get hypnotized and they tell you not to smoke anymore, that you're not going to have another cigarette, it's the same thing. You can tell your body not to have these ailments by doing this Hemi-Sync. Plus, you can also do cool things like astral travel and all that other cool stuff. It will teach you how to meditate. Also, it teaches you how to protect yourself from the white light. We talked about that earlier. But if you have any kind of ailments, I highly recommend you watch the Rewired TV show on Gaia, and then you try this Hemi-Sync stuff. We've been doing it for, 2 weeks? What do you think about it? What are your thoughts?
I like it. I definitely go into a relaxed state body-wise, but when I come out of it, I can tell that I've done it.
Mm-hmm. And
astral travel is not something everyone can do. I mean, you have to. Some people can do it naturally, and other people have to be trained to do it.
Well, with this Hemi-Sync stuff, anybody can do it.
Yeah. As long as they actually follow the exercise and do what you're being told to. relax your body and get your body to that state.
Mm-hmm. Like right now, honest to God, I don't know if Chris has gotten this far in his, but there is a number, a 2-digit number that anybody could say to me, and it would put my body to sleep just by saying that number. So I'm not going to say the number, and I'm not telling anybody what that number is. And if you've gotten that far, don't you tell anybody. Don't.
There's two. I wasn't going to say the number. There's one where you tap yourself on the back of the neck to make yourself the number. And another number you can say and tap yourself on the forehead to make yourself.
I need to tell my body to lose weight and to astral travel. Well, you can do that. Honest to God, it's like going and getting hypnotized, and
it's all about changing the thought process. Everybody is set and we're trained to think a certain way. This is the only way things can happen. That's the way we're taught. They train us from the minute we're in school. We grow up being put into different states.
We're conditioned.
Yeah, conditioned.
Conditioning.